Yeah. What time do you think you'll get on? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for you. It's always gonna be a part of something. I took my mom to go get the vaccine. I need to go get it too, eventually. Yeah. Yeah, for real. This one's gonna be a messy sketch. I do snippets. Sometimes I'll do promos, but like I don't really have time to do promos. Those are like I guess special occasion type stuff. Should I mean it's not a good idea to I guess ask me for advice on that since I kind of jumped right into it. And that's the best way I could do it. Just getting into it for real. I highly doubt that. You draw all the time. Yeah, yeah. I definitely feel like it's a different set of skills. Yeah. distinguishing colors, I feel like help too. I feel like, I guess I'm able to simplify my style a little more because I have, like, my comic is colored. I was originally gonna do, like, black and white because I wanted to do more, like, traditional, like, manga type stuff. Yeah, I feel like, I wanted to get somewhere where it's like, "Okay, I'm good enough to start." But in reality, I just feel like you should just jump into it. In my perspective, of course, because I just feel like you don't really learn until you go along with it. Like you don't learn until you really go into it. Because like, you don't know what challenges you're gonna face until it's actually there. Yeah, yeah. So I also feel like as you draw too, like you're gonna change. Like the characters look slowly. It'll either get better or worse depending on I guess your approach. Stop. I highly doubt yours will get worse. Yeah. It's a lot smaller than what you're used to, I know that for sure, like, a lot smaller. Yeah, I feel like it's easier on me because I can do less information because my style is so simple. Me trying to define what you just said, doesn't that just mean the same thing? Yeah, true. Well, I appreciate you putting it into better words then. Yeah. It's always good to stay busy. I was telling someone else that better than being bored because, when you have nothing to do. Yeah. True, true. But you're making money though, so it's good to be making money. At least you're kind of doing what you want to do. Like, I get you're not drawing what you want to draw, but you're drawing, so. uh, Yeah, yeah. That is very true, especially how hot it has been getting these days. That's very true. Better than burning right now in the heat. Yeah, sure enough. A less dangerous job, yeah. Yeah, I don't really find you to be clumsy though. I've never found you to be clumsy. You were built different. So you need to be a muscle head to make up for it. In the way back. Well, I've known you for a while, but I don't remember you having a truck ever. So if that says anything about way back, we met. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, not really. I think it's lucky that, thank goodness. It makes you, more appreciative. Like, for example, you enjoying the fact that you're drawing and not outside in the heat. I mean, I'm glad I have a job at all, right? Like, especially these days, some people don't have jobs. People are struggling right now, different situations. It's a very hard time right now. So I mean, it's always good to, be appreciative of what we got right now. Yeah. So the mask thing is being lifted or whatever. That's really annoying. I mean, people are doing the same thing anyway. It doesn't matter. They're just without a mask. It really is. I don't even know why they lifted it at all. It should be like a thing where we leave it on. You know what I mean? No matter what. Like, this should just be a new, like, I guess, just turn into a cultural thing where we need to start wearing masks. Because like in Japan, they've always done it because they've always been very cautious because there's so many people around them. They don't want to get other people and themselves sick or whatever. True. Does not have. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. 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 I'm still gonna wear a mask. I don't care. And I'm glad our jobs are still like, no, we're still gonna wear a mask. I'm like, thank goodness. Honestly, I've gotten to the point, where I prefer the mask. Oh yeah. I haven't really known you to wear glasses long. Has this always been like a fairly recent? Are you getting that old, Andy? You have not been that old. Oh, it probably helped with your migraines. Oh, geez. Of course. It's got to at some point. Wait, you mean don't wanna wear a mask? There's people that actually. Oh, true, true, yeah. Oh, that is very true. It becomes a little harder. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. They just want money. I mean, that's the sad reality. I mean, well, yeah, of course. That is very true. Yes. It's definitely a big company type of thing right there. When you got people sitting around doing nothing and making a lot of money more than the people that are working hard, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's how it is. I have this one manager, she like she's not, your managers aren't supposed to like in this position, because I'm sure different rules apply to different companies, whatever, but you're not supposed to tell how much you make and stuff like that. But she flexes so much that pretty much that you get the hint of how much she makes. You know what I mean? And it's just like because you don't know. Yeah. 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 No, you're good. I got you. You're very passionate about this topic, indeed. Huh. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh well, I know this woman is definitely flexing on me. Because she talks about her stuff all the time. It's one of those. It's like if you mention something, or if on a topic, she can't get off of herself. And then when someone tries to insert themselves, like, hey, and she goes back to herself. It's like I know this girl, this woman is flexing. Like that's all she ever does. Yes, that's how I know. She ain't trying to help me. Yeah, yeah. You're right. You were right. Oh yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's true. But until you sign a contract, of course, right? Yeah, that's kinda scary. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely, I do work under a big company, so that is very good information to have. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, yeah. Dip. Yeah, yeah. Does that happen to you a lot? Oh, yeah. I mean, not everyone has a mindset like that, like you, Andy. And you're not taking advantage of people. But the cruel reality is taking advantage of people gets you somewhere. That's how these big companies, yeah, are able to do it. It really is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that is very true. Yeah, that was pretty bitter, Andy. I mean, you've been working for giant companies for a while though, so you have a lot of experience in it. How so? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cruel reality. Should make a webcomic on it. Triggered. Give you terrible flashbacks. Or you are not wrong on that. Yeah. Yeah. It's not your genre. I mean, I kind of wanted to do like an action type, webcomic, but I mean, I just definitely think that's not really for me. And in action, I mean, okay, like Catch Me If You Can was slightly like physical. Like there was a little bit of, like very very little, but it was kind of like getting more of like because it was more of a uh, I guess more action that needed to be involved to, I guess, progress the story or whatever. So that's probably the most action I've ever done, and that's not even that much. There's not even that, like, literally 5% action in the whole thing. I want to do kind of like I was saying earlier. I kind of want to do another webcomic, but like, of course, if I have time. Right now, it's not, doable at all. It definitely is it, but I definitely do want to do another one. Um, I'm not really sure what I want to write about, but one of my little, I guess, what is it, plots or whatever, are kind of in the back of my head is like kind of a supernatural world where everyone has powers and like or certain powers and stuff like that. More like a, I guess, like a magical thing. Spells and has barely explained it. I love it. The animals. Animals. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's already 4:30. Wow. Yeah, I know. There's so much stuff to do. So many ideas, so many things you want to do, but so little time. Oh my gosh. I want to it's okay, so like my magical story, I guess it's not really in the realm of isekai. It's more of like cuz it's not its own world, it's like in the regular world, but like everyone has like special powers and they're driven by like having a partner. It's almost like Soul Eater, I guess. Like you have a partner, but they're not weapons. It's just like a partnership of some sort of partnership that allows you to have powers, kind of like Soul Eater. You know, no idea is original anymore. Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But like your partner is like an animal creature or something, and it's almost like I guess implementing a little bit of Pokemon in there too. Like you know, the animals fight it out. Like so, like, but they're not just animals. They are like human too, but like have different forms and abilities and stuff like that. And different organizations are involved and all this, you know, chaos that allows the story to, you know, be engaging. I've only had more time like to write because like I have so much like planned for this story, and I like I have so many places where I want to take this story. At the same time, it's like I also want to make other stories too. Like I don't want to abandon this story. It's just I want to do other stories too, or new ideas that don't really, you know, kind of work with this world. Oh my gosh, that's so stressful. Like, does he have a lot of help? Uh huh. Oh yeah, definitely speed does like make a difference, and did like motivation towards it too. Because oh my gosh, motivation. Yeah, I wrote two of my stories are connected because they're in the same universe. And I kind of like having that idea where it's like I'm creating this big universe, but like two different but lots. I do want several stories to kind of connect to build on top of the world, um, and just expand it. But like you don't need information from the other story to understand and progress in I guess the main story or whatever. But it's fun to see like Easter eggs or crossovers or something like that. You know what I mean? and and the development of like, oh, it is this technically the same world. So like if you read the other webcomic series, it's like, oh, it's all one world. And it's kind of like, well, if I don't have enough content for this one, it's like, it broadens your horizons on the same world with a different story. I guess kind of like JK Rowling and how she like does. She has like big series, but she has like sequels and stuff, but it's still in the same world, different people, and like names from other. I always like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm doing a lot of dialogue, so that's why I'm still on the spoiler page right now. I put up a little spoiler cover only because didn't realize like I have so much dialogue going on. Yeah, check it out. I don't know if you're watching. Oh yeah, yeah. True, true. Some reason, my Discord is actually really weird. It's just not like wanting to load up like extra screens. Like it's not even loading up your screen on my Discord right now. So I don't know what's going on. It's a whole nother technical difficulty right now. Like last night, like everything I was trying to share wouldn't like, work. Like it wouldn't load. It was still doing the like little it's still loading. So I'm just not gonna bother with that today until it works properly again. Maybe with some updates to this computer, I don't know. Yeah, software updates. Like maybe it needs a software update, or I need to restarted Discord. Like it was working for like one thing, but it didn't work earlier. But right now, it's not working for. Maybe it's my internet. I don't know. I definitely don't think it's a computer issue. Yeah. So I am running a lot of things right now, and I'm the only one in the house. So it's just like, you do like detail. I noticed that you. I feel like once you're done with a piece, you still want to put something more. Like it's not enough for you. I noticed that. Like, I've noticed when I watch you draw, like, it's done, but you're like, "No, more is better." And it's like, I think it's done. Yeah. Information, yeah. Uh, that's what I was saying earlier about sometimes too much information is distracting and can take away from what you're trying to, I guess, the main subject or whatever. So that's the good thing about webcomics is like sometimes you don't need all that information to kind of prove the point or get the point across. Sometimes right now it's like right now this is the point or this is the subject and we don't need further details than that. Of course, you of all people, you're the one who taught me about shortcuts, so storytelling shortcuts. There, yeah. If I don't know the number, I just kind of ignore it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to look for this old reference, but I can't. Trying to spend forever looking for it. You can't see what I'm doing. And then it makes me realize, dang, I drew a lot. Like, so that's a lot of chapters. Oh, you just already imagine she must be so tired. Like how all this stuff, yeah, during this like a million times. Well, I'm glad someone understands. Process is long and hard. Okay, we're back. Actual content of drawing now. Actually, I had to skip a few panels because there's a lot of dialogue. just just these dialogue. So I need to like I had to skip down and say, okay, which one are my drawing panels? Which one do I actually need to draw? So uh-huh. Yeah. I also feel like they had to probably because some art stuff is very detailed, they probably had to cut down on like resolution and stuff like that. I mean, I think it's safer to do it too big than too like small. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, it really is all about who sees it and stuff like that. Because I feel like there's a lot of good artists out there. They just like, I mean, you're the one who told me this. It's all about exposure. You can be the best artist in the world or something, but if you don't have the exposure, you don't have like, you know, yeah, if you're not sees it, yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's just, so I feel like someone out there will like it. Like, just get yourself into a bigger crowd, of course. I mean, that's what you taught me. That's why I'm trying to, advertise on social media and all that stuff. Be like, hey, I'm doing this, even though I don't have a big following. But yeah, have you been reading it? It's okay if you haven't. Oh, you do? Well, I mean, I mean, you don't have to because it's like, I know it's like a certain type of, story, and you may not be interested in that, and I'm not gonna be offended if it's like, it's not, I don't really want to, but like, because everyone's different. Fair enough. I appreciate that. Where's it so badly? Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I had someone tell me, it's like, your art is so cute. I would have read it anyway, even if it wasn't good. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm glad that's an aspect of it, but it's like, I still want you to enjoy the story. I mean, we need a poll. Like, what would you prefer, story or art? I mean, I feel like there's a lot of like webcomics that aren't that good, but like, oh my gosh, the story is like worth sticking around. And you just learn to like that art. Like, you just learn to fall in love with it, the artwork as well. The story's like the personality. Yeah, the story's like the personality in a way. If you just have the looks, personality keeps you. I mean, I feel like at first I kind of like jumped into it, like, gosh, I want these character bees to be so cool and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's not about that. It's about, who they are and their personality. It sounds really cheesy, but yeah. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I don't want to like. I mean, it would be kind of depressing to like. Well, it's my friend's story. I'm just reading for them, but it really sucks. And I mean, you can tell me if it sucks, but what I could do to improve, of course. I appreciate that. I hope to keep improving with each panel, each drawing. Learn from the storytelling. I always hated writing stories, but now I like love it. Like thanks to doing webcomics, I'm like, oh my gosh, like my favorite part is to like put down the idea and be like, wow, this is gonna be it. Like this is the tea that's gonna happen. This is what's gonna go down. Oh yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. I do the exact same thing. I wrote out like five, like I think I told you last time. I wrote out like five chapters, but I went back and changed it because as time goes on and as you draw the story, of course you're thinking about it kind of, and you're like, I kind of want this to happen, but like this wouldn't fit here, right? And then like I'll go back and change it to make it better, in my opinion, of course, because I feel like it was like, hey, this would probably work a lot better than what I originally had. So yeah, like what do you mean? Yeah, yeah. I feel like, of course, like as I do it, it's gonna consistently change. So I'm just gonna work with it. You know what I mean? Until it's like, and then because like there's so many changes in the process. Like when I write the script, it's not final. Like it's not to like draw it and be like, this works better, or like, because I imagine it better when it's all drawn out. And it's like, okay, well, this doesn't work so well if it was here. Maybe I should like insert a panel or change it a little bit or change up the dialogue because now that now it's on paper, it's like that doesn't look as good as I thought in my head. So since it's consistently changing, I don't, you know, I just kind of like go with the flow. Like I have this down, go into drawing it, and then bam, it will change. This is good. This is good in my mind now. So just go ahead and just go with it. And then, of course, as you keep going, of course, if your mind changes about it, then that's when you decide to, do something about it, like change it or do whatever you need to do to be like, okay, this is a lot better than my original idea. Because I feel like you still have plenty of opportunities to change your mind and be like, instead of sitting on one panel, be like, this isn't right. What should I do? Uh huh. Yeah. Luckily, I generally don't like uh this story. At least I don't get hung up on what to do and stuff with it. I think it's because I already have like I kind of know whatever like what I want my characters to do, what they're like, all that stuff, how they contribute with the story. how they make the story more interesting and all that stuff. So I don't know what I want to do with this guy's hair. I'm just struggling right now. You ever just struggle on one line? Like just one line. That's it's just one line. No one will ever notice. But you're over here like it's like to you, it's like it's not good enough. It's the one line you didn't like, but everyone was like, never noticed it. Each line is not appreciated. Oh, that's true. True. Okay, some people do though. Some people will be like, this looks, they'll be like, this looks very awkward or this looks very, it's true. Are you paying my bills? I'll fix it. I'll fix what you want me to fix. Anybody else's critique does not matter. Thank you, Olivia Wolfie, for the follow. I appreciate that. Just are you? I think you should do like a maybe a podcast or a YouTube video or something like where you're taking the critique. Yeah, yeah. You're the worst artist ever. Not listening. You don't pay my bills. Pay me, and then you can literally like say whatever you want. Uh-huh. Roast me. Yeah. There is this what is it? Is it like on was it Reddit where it was like roast me or whatever? I'm like, who does this willingly? Like, do you like to get hurt? You just have nothing going for yourself. I mean, these people asked for it, so it's consensual roasting. Maybe they're fully aware and they just, want to know what other people have to say. Okay, like I put this girl's hand in the way of the collar, and I'm like, I don't even know how to draw this one piece anymore. You know what? I'm just the collar is behind the hand because I'm just like trying to figure this out. Like, where should this color part be? But it's like this girl's hand is in the freaking way. Why did I draw your hand to be in the way? There you go. I guess that'll work. No one will notice. No one will. No one will notice. Well, if you stream it and people are watching you, they'll be like, "That was the line she messed up on in the stream." But I highly doubt anyone will go out of their way to make that connection. The one line. I don't like it. Should probably change the whole thing. Delete the whole thing. Just stop doing art altogether. You know what? Just shut everything down. Just take a minute and be like, "Is this something you really want to do?" I wonder if there is like a roast my art. There's got to be a roast my art. Like, I gotta look into that. Fair enough. No one around here draws. Like, I don't. I have like barely any art friends. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, yeah, they do have opinions, but it's like, does your opinion matter? Can you do it better? Like, I mean, no, true, true. Yeah. Worst thing you've ever done? Quit. Who? Why are you drawing this furry anime? Why are you drawing this furry comic? Stop. Luckily, no one's like told me to just stop drawing this furry comic. And then, like, maybe I think I've seen a few comments where it's they're like far in, they're like several episodes in, and they're just like, this is just a furry I'm like, why are you reading it? Like, I don't know, like it's just like it's like a very like negative comment, but it's like, why are you investing so much time? As I guess haters don't have a lot of time, like, well, they have a lot of time on their hands because they're like, I gotta find something to hate about this. Like, should have something better to do. It's just let me draw my furry comic in peace, okay? Yeah. I'm not hurting anyone with my furry comic. Oh my oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All this you got all this fur. And I don't know. I mean, they wear the animal's fur. Not a type of like they collect fur and like some of them collect like the bodies and like take the insides out and what is that called? Like when you do that and then first yeah, that big word. Okay, I don't know if you're watching your stream, but tell me if this is like an evil smile. That's my objective. I'm trying to make her evil. Okay. So it's not. Okay. Hold on. Let me finish my eyes. This is like a kind of a different type of evil. Like her eyes do this. I don't know if you're watching the stream. But that's more like that's like snotty. That's what did you say? Drunk? Okay, I'm not trying to make her like trying to make her uh what's the that's what I'm trying to just think. Like I'm trying to think of the word. Aiden, get off me. Aiden's like trying he wants to get in my lap. Okay, okay. And it's happening. Yeah, he's in my lap now. Okay. I gotta draw, baby. He's like, no drawing for you. Okay, oh okay, yeah. I gotcha. Okay. Okay. Aiden, stop. He's literally like petting his like head on like my drawing hand, so I like it's just literally preventing me from drawing right now. Like, oh, maybe I can't do this right. You know, what, just like can I just? I'm like just redoing this. And took a good nap with me. I took that break. He followed me in my room. I really needed it. Sometimes I was falling asleep, but now I feel refreshed. Like, get rid of this. I copy and paste the other set of eyes, and maybe because that, sometimes your first set is probably better in case you can't ever, I can never like Aiden. He's causing me trouble. He won't stay still. Okay, he finally get off. He finally understands I'm busy. It's all about him. He owns me. Oh, the music stopped. Okay, let's find another playlist. Something more upbeat, keep me going. Not really sure how I should do these eyebrows. That's really low. It's low. Is it storming outside? I can hear something. Wow, she looks so evil right now. She's becoming very evil. She already stirred up shit. For those who are reading my comment, yeah, she's already stirred shit. She gets a panel back. She gets a comeback panel. Make her a little fatter. There we go. Like, I didn't ever give this guy a face like in the previous panel, so I'm just gonna make him like still faceless. He doesn't deserve a face. He's still kind of like not an important character, but like she's important. The other guy was never important. He doesn't deserve a face. I Is it the one with the mask? Alright. His name, yeah. I mean, it's weird to say his name is No Face when he kind of has a face, or like his mask. You know, his mask gives him a face. Is what I mean. Is he similar to that? I need to watch this movie. I've been meaning to watch. This is Spirited Away, right? This is like one of the few Miyazaki movies I have not watched. Mm. I like how I'm drawing this like with this to this music. She's like, "Honey, I'm a perfect 10," and it's like she's so smug to this music. It works. Probably do this till maybe 6:30, I guess, depending on what's going on. Streaming a little bit longer. I'm on 4 hours and 17 minutes. Look at that streaming time. I've been streaming for a long time. But I mean, I've been working in most of it. I know it took a break. I needed that break. It's a definitely a break I needed. Even though I think I did like what 3 panels, 2 or 3 panels before that break. I don't remember. Yeah, yeah. You need to send me a link. I want to watch it. Yeah, yeah. Oh wow, you're going into blind. Going in blind. Going in blind. That's what she said. I mean, I guess I'm more afraid of because I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like okay, so this whole fear concept, like I feel like I like to watch movies that are more logical, like mentally scarring movies. But if it's like supernatural and I don't know what's gonna happen, that scares me. You know what I mean? Because that's like unknown territory. I don't know what's gonna happen. I hate to say this, but trauma is a normal thing. Like, it can happen to us, so it's not like a scary concept, but like a supernatural concept is scary because it's like I don't know what to expect. I don't I don't know what's gonna happen. I'd rather just be traumatized, I guess, over being like scared of this ghost or this supernatural, possessed demon that's gonna pop out you. Like the stuff that like crawls on the wall type of stuff, that's a big no no. Like stuff that's like like, like stuff like a human being on your ceiling just staring down on you, that's a big no-no. That's so there was this TikTok and I wanted to send it to like my sister, but she was like, I'm glad you didn't send me that because she probably had nightmares. I had a little bit of nightmares, like not nightmares, but I had a hard time like walking around my house in the dark and not wearing my